No, hey, dude. Someone's in here. What's up, guys and gals? Jared here with another comedy, action, just another movie review. So nothing goes together quite like comedy and action. It's the perfect combo, much like tuna fish and ketchup. Anyways, those two genres attempt to come together in the new action comedy, The Spy Who Dumped on My Chest. Sorry, that's for a different channel, The Spy Who Dumped Me. So did Mila Kunis deserve the dumping? Let's find out. So as I mentioned, The Spy Who Dumped Me is sort of this action comedy starring Mila Kunis and KcKinnon as Audrey and Morgan. Okay, so Audrey gets dumped, obviously, and then finds out that her boyfriend was a spy. Again, very obvious. But then the two have to travel to Europe to drop off this package at this secret rendezvous point. I'm gonna be honest here, this is where the movie gets really sloppy. There's spies switching sides, there's action, there's car chases, there's jokes, there's a penis that comes out of nowhere, and then the credits roll. Okay, if you expected the new comedy, The Spy Who Dumped Me, to be this great comedy this summer, you're going to be disappointed. Now, before I get into all of that, I want to touch on a few things that this movie did well. The action. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that this movie had top-notch action throughout the whole thing, but I was thoroughly impressed by how well the scenes were actually put together in this film. Now, it wasn't just the fight choreography, the car chases, the gun shootouts. I mean, it was basically the whole ensemble of all of this put together. As an audience member, you felt the punches and kicks, the gunshots were booming, and again, you felt those, and I was actually kind of surprised, but this movie went a lot more violent and brutal with gun wounds and other injuries. Again, I'm not saying that this is the best action this year, but it was above my expectations. And the vibe and dynamic between Kunis and McKinnon is really fun at times, but sometimes, or most of the time, you can see that they're just going through the motions of making a film. Now on the negative front, The Spy Who Had a Steamy Dump really suffers from this disjointed story, bad editing, bad pacing, and it just felt like all of this was done after the fact. In a general sense, the story is girl gets broken up by her boyfriend is revealed to be a spy, and then she has to go on this secret mission. But the way that everything unfolded was really bizarre. About 10 to 15 minutes into the movie, there's this flashback, which I have no problem with flashbacks. I need a little bit of backstory, but just it comes out of nowhere. It just flashes back. It doesn't clearly tell you when we're back to present day, so you're kind of just sitting there. It's very jarring, and it happens about 4 times throughout the film. Just give me like a little sound effect or some sort of transition to know that this is actually present day. Instead, the movie flows on, and you're like, oh, is this before or after? I mean, what's happening? Now, I adore KcKinnon. I think that she's one of the most entertaining, ridiculous, funny women in entertainment right now. But man, in this movie, she is a straight-up cartoon character. She's wacky, does all of these different accents, but every time she does one of these things, it has this weird tone shift throughout the movie when it's her and her antics. I mean, maybe that's what the director wanted, but it just felt like she was given a comedy script and everyone else was given an action movie with a little bit of comedy. And this was supposed to be a comedy movie, but a lot of the jokes and everything just fell flat. It could have been the delivery from the actors or actresses, I don't know, but I honestly think that it goes back to the writing of this film. Like, don't get me wrong, I love a good penis, fart, queef joke, and I adore puns, but everything in this movie just felt like it was lazily thrown together. And I mean, when there was some jokes, you could see the punchline coming from a mile away, or you were just awkwardly sitting there. Overall, The Spy Who Sharded is this action comedy that unfortunately is sloppily thrown together and doesn't know what it is. With some decent action scenes, but with a disjointed story, some rough editing, KcKinnon basically being a caricature, and some lazy writing, I'd borderline skip this movie. It's not completely unwatchable, it just doesn't bring much to the table. Anyways, what did you think of The Spy Who Dumped Me? Was this the perfect blend of action, comedy, and friendship that you needed right now? Or did this movie just remind you too much of hot Carls and Cleveland Steamers? Ew. I want to hear about all the dirty details in the comments below. As always, you can find me on the social medias at Jared Buckendahl on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Stardust. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Again, I think we have about a week left of that Gleam prize giveaway in the comments below. Check it out. And until next time, I'll see you later.